Alrighty. What's up? Oh.
Hello.
There we go. There we go. I feel like I forget how to podcast. When's the last time we did one of these? 7 years ago?
No.
Just about. What up? Welcome to episode 100. That's right. Triple digits, baby.
That's cool.
It's Kramer and Just Uncensored. Actually, that is like
cool.
In the podcasting world, if you hit 100, there's a weird like sense of pride. I'm not just making this up. This is literally like a podcaster thing. Like if you hit 100, that's a big deal.
Yeah, I think it's a big deal.
Average podcast lasts 12 episodes, by the way.
Nice.
So the fact that we've done 100 of these bad boys and y'all keep showing up for the nonsense, that's impressive. Thank you so much. In case you're hopping in on episode 100 for the first time, that's cool. But we do have a little disclaimer that you should probably know.
This is like the close friends feature on Instagram. So it's nothing like the show, and it is uncensored. We're not saying that just for funsies.
Nope.
And we hope that anything that's said here is just kept in the circle of trust is all.
We also do this show. Today's a little screwy. I'm going to release this show on Wednesday, but we're recording it on Tuesday because...
Oh, so this will be on YouTube today, but the show's not going to drop till tomorrow?
Right.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Right? So you get the exclusive up front, but no one's hopping on YouTube today because they're not expecting it on a Tuesday.
Oh, that's fine.
It's been a while. And apologies for last week. I feel like it's the second that I got back from Tulum, life was just like, fuck you, basically. It's just been weird. The schedules have been off. So anyway, we're not doing our normal, typical schedule. We're back. Sorry about last week. Quick question before we get started. You just got off the phone with your sister, and I heard you guys discussing, and it won't give any specifics, but discussing Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And it gave me instant anxiety.
Why?
Because how does your family do the holidays?
Oh, did you kind of get that basically gave you, how we operate?
It seemed chaotic. What's
your obviously don't say what was discussed.
No, I won't say what was given. Who was given
what's
what.
Your impression?
So let me tell you what the Yancey family did a couple of years ago that changed my life forever. We all just do Secret Santa now, and it's fantastic. So we all get one person's name, and we just go buy for that one person, and everybody gets $100 limit, whatever you want to ask for. There's also no kids involved, so like we don't really need to do like I'm a 39-year-old man. I don't need my mom spending $300 on me.
Your two siblings, their partners, and then your parents.
Yep.
Okay.
If you're in a committed relationship, you can be a part of it. Like my ex-wife was in it. We've probably been doing it for almost a decade now.
That's nice.
Love it. It just makes the holidays so much easier when you don't have to worry about buying a million gifts. So the second that I hear you guys even discussing the holidays, I'm like, I bet it's chaos. Your family's so big.
No, I think the only thing that Butter and I were discussing, my sister, was like, with us, it's like me, mom, Butter, and dad. Like,
that's it. So you don't buy for anybody else, just the four of you?
I'll like get something
like, who are you buying
for
gifts
Abby
for?
and Maya.
Okay, so now you're at 6.
Because I'll see them. Yeah.
So your mom, your dad, your sister.
So mom, dad, Butter, Garage Boy, Abby, Maya.
6.
Something for my cousin Eliana, because we're gonna see her for her birthday.
How old
obviously.
is she? Ish.
But it's a little different though too, because I think what's cool is we also have a discussion like what's going to be family gifts. It's like if my parents are going to get something for Eliana, I can chip in for that and I can be included on the card. You know what I mean?
That works.
So I'll probably do that.
Okay.
But I feel like Abby and Maya will be separate just because, Abby and Maya, like we live together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you won't buy for your aunt, your uncle.
No.
They won't buy you anything.
No.
Everybody's family is a little bit different.
Yeah,
right?
and it's cool. It's like there's no drama there. It's kind of like it's super chill. Super chill.
Yeah.
But like with me, with Butter, I'm just like, send me a list. Okay, cool. What does mom want? What'd you get her already? So I don't get the same thing. Okay, cool.
I don't buy for anybody else in my family. Cousins, uncles, aunts. I don't buy anybody anything except for that one person in our family. Do you like the concept of just getting one gift?
No, I think that's whack. If it was me, if it's like,
some people don't love it. I love it. I don't have to ask. I don't have to make a whole long list.
But you guys are older. So I don't know if maybe that'll be different. Or I don't know. I don't know if that maybe we would think of changing that when my sister and I are like a little older.
Some people think it's whack. They're like, well, you get one gift for Christmas. I'm like, yeah, I get one gift, but I only have to give one gift. And so it's like the trade-off. And like, let's be honest, out of all the Christmas gifts that you get, how many of them do you really want/need versus like how much of it's just
All
like
of them.
nonsense filler?
I think, I mean, my parents, like,
It's always stuff you ask for specifically that you want, or do they just
I'm
buy you
terrible.
stuff that
I'm terrible.
you?
They'll ask me like, I don't know. I need like, I'm broke. Give me some money. Give me, I need a vacuum. Like, I don't know you know what I mean? But my mom always gets me like cute clothes and stuff. And my
And you're
sister
down
always
with
gets
that.
me cute clothes. Yeah.
See, my mom would buy me clothes, and like, my mom doesn't need to be buying clothes for me. Like, it just got to the point where I'm like, it was like it was 80% stuff I didn't want in the first place.
Yeah.
So let's just cut it out. Whoosh, gone. So much easier.
You would hate Christmas at my Nana and Thata's house because this is actually our tradition. This is what we do. With them, it's very different because it's like my grandparents and then 3 different families and then all the kids and stuff. And usually they're just buying for the kids or sell the kids. And we would watch everyone open their presents one by one, and it starts from youngest to oldest.
Do you all open one? See, it's like, again, everyone's family's different.
You get to pick one until everyone's done.
So you go collectively one, and then another, then another.
Christmas Eve, it started at 5. We honestly were like, this festivities would not end till like 2:00 in the morning, just because we're eating and opening presents like at 0 miles per hour.
That's wild.
But it's awesome because then everyone you're watching and you're excited and like you get your. You're like, hey, time to shine. Yeah, it's cute.
I'm gonna let you go second today because I feel like you've got the doozy of the story here. We got a lot. Oh yeah, I've never heard of a family argument like this before. Okay, so Jess will break that down. We just had a lot happening. And a lot of the stuff from the trip. I already talked about on Certified Mama's Boy, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But I want to ask you a question, and I don't want yuck here. I want your honest answer.
I never give you yuck.
Sometimes
by the way.
You do. Sometimes you try to be funny.
I don't. I think you think that about me when you don't like what I have to say, but I'm telling you right now, I never give you yuck.
Here's the question for Jess that I've been thinking about a lot recently, and I want you as someone that I care very much about. I know it's vice versa. Do you know the Muffin Man? Do you know? I'm like, don't be dramatic, but first,
yeah.
Let me turn on very dramatic music. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the question that I want no drama over is, do you think I'm ready to be in a relationship? Do you think Crames is ready to be in a relationship? I love your honest feedback.
I don't know.
Think about it for a second. I'll explain how we got here, okay?
Yeah. I don't know, player.
I have been single now. Well, not single, but I got divorced 4.5 years ago. Okay. And
you have not been committed to someone for 4 years. I think that's a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
I think that's a better way. On the Uncensored, I think that's a better way to put it.
Miss California.
You weren't committed.
I mean, I tried.
If you say it means no.
I mean, I tried. I tried to be. It was like as close as I've been to like
I try isn't a commitment. Okay.
It's a lot.
That's
but I would say the 4.5 years. I've been
training wheels for you.
It was a noble first attempt post-divorce.
Yeah.
Because I've really enjoyed my freedom. You get to a point post-divorce, and I always tell people, please wait for this moment, because a lot of people never get here. They get divorced, they're sad for a couple of weeks, and they're instantly dating and trying to find a new relationship. It does take a while because you're so used to being in a relationship. It's way more uncomfortable to single first until you finally break that codependency. And then one day you wake up and you're like, wait a minute, I'm fine by myself. And it's a very liberating feeling, one that like I wasn't ready to rush to like get rid of, because now I'm like, wait a minute, I'm independent. I'm enjoying dating. I've never really dated before in my life. I really just kind of went from my high school girlfriend to I dated like another girl in college for like a year. Then I hopped in my ex-wife, and then that's it. So I was kind of enjoying getting to know myself, dating, everything else. Kind of went through an F-boy phase. F-boy Crames came out. I enjoyed just kind of literally take no prisoners with me. Just, come one, come all. It didn't really matter. And that's kind of the life that I've known for the last couple of years, is just like this, do whatever you want, sleep with whoever you want, doesn't matter. Don't worry about being in a relationship. Right.
Yeah.
And I always wonder, like, when was going to be the day, like what would it be that like would make me feel like, okay, now I'm ready. Cause I don't know. I don't want to rush it because the last thing I want to do is to commit to somebody and not really be ready. That'd be
Right.
awful. Right.
Yeah,
Like,
that's bad.
so I've been in therapy now for ever, but I remember one time in a therapy session, I asked that question. I'm like, when do you think I'll know if I'm ready or not? This is probably after I broke up with Miss California. Who broke up with who? I don't remember. I think she broke up with me, and then she thought she was kidding, and then I don't remember honestly. But I think after that, probably some therapy after that, where I asked the question, I'm like, so when will I be ready? And I remember this specifically. She said, when being single is less fun than the loneliness of being by yourself. Did I say that right? Yes, being single, like all the frills that come with
If being single is less fun than the
the
loneliness.
being single becomes less fun than the loneliness of like you really wanting to be with somebody. Because right now, this is me just being like, I'm having fun, I'm doing what I want.
Yeah.
There's gonna come a day where you probably just want to commit to some person. That's when you'll know,
Yeah,
right?
when single isn't fun anymore.
It's not
basically.
fun, right? It's not as fun. So here I am. I go to Tulum, and it's funny. I haven't really thought much about being in a relationship. It just hasn't really crossed my mind because I've just been so busy with work. And I don't know. Tulum has this weird way of like ripping my soul apart. And this whole trip, I'm like, I just feel like I'm ready. I just feel like I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I'm surrounded by literally some of the most beautiful women. Tulum is just full of beautiful people. And I'm just like, why do I just want to be in a relationship right now? Like, I don't even want to, Dan and I started talking up these girls and like,
because obviously on vacation, the intent is to kind of, have some fun on vacation.
Didn't even feel like it. Didn't even really feel like continuing the conversation. Typically the old me,
because you could see the emptiness in it.
It's just like I've been here and I've done this before.
Yeah.
Might I end up sleeping with somebody? Maybe, but like, even like the novelty of that is not what it used to be to me, right? So this whole trip, I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm noticing especially a change from when I was in Tulum the year before.
Last time, yeah.
How different that I've become, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, am I ready? Like, am I ready to be in a relationship? Now, don't hold me to this. This is not a public statement, but it's for the first time in 4.5 years where I'm like, because even I think with Miss California, that was like, oh my God, like we've been dating and like she's cool and I probably shouldn't let this go. And I was still somewhat codependent and I was like, I don't know if I can move by myself and it seems insecure and weird and all that stuff. So I was going to turn to my good friend Jess, who I know loves me dearly. Will never say anything bad about the old Grams. What do you think? Just
only to your face, never behind your back.
Never.
That's what true friends are.
Only on recording or public broadcast. I know you'll be the most honest with me. Face to face, maybe not. But if it's on a podcast or a radio show, it's probably the truth.
Yeah.
By the way, yes, hi to everyone on YouTube. Everyone's like, wait, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. So we already explained this. We're recording YouTube show early today. Sorry. What are your thoughts on that? You can be honest.
I don't know if you are ready, but I think that you're getting there. I think it's a big step in the direction of getting there. I also feel like when you change your verbiage of describing being single versus being in a relationship, I feel like to me, you're going to be ready when you stop describing when you have single and freedom in the same sentence. Because I think you still look at it that way.
I do.
So to me, I don't think you're ready yet, but I think you're getting closer to possibly when you actually want to make that decision. Because when you talk about being in a relationship, it's still a sense of not being able to be who you are.
Yeah.
And to me, when I think of a relationship, when I think of my relationship, I've never thought of being trapped or not having freedom or not being able to be who I want to be. It's always been, this is going to be fun doing it with this person. But it's never been like me feeling like he's taking something from me. And so I feel like when you feel that way about the possibility of like being on a team with someone, when it's more so being on a team with someone versus battling for and not wanting to lose, because whenever you talk,
a little trap, right?
And I think
you do have to give up. You do have to give up.
But this is the thing. And I think this is true. No, which so for you, But when I met Garage Boy, I was never like, fuck, well now I have to give up everything I've been doing for the past year. It wasn't like that. And I
Honest,
think
real talk. Do you think he felt that way?
No, because I think when you meet the person makes all of that anxiety and doubt and fear go away. Because I feel like that's what it is. It's you have this fear of losing what you've built and everything you've worked for personally. And like that doesn't come up when you meet someone that you want to do that with. It's not so much of I can't have this anymore. It's like, oh, we get to do this together. And I just don't think that you're there yet because of the way you talk about it still.
I don't know if a lot of guys would agree with that though. This is we didn't have Hassan here today, unfortunately. It's just we're recording this out of order. I don't know if most guys, I don't know. I just don't know. I just know the way that guys talk about relationships, and it's all pretty much the same thing. Which is you do have, I mean, there's definitely comes sacrifices, but there comes a lot of benefits too, right? There does come, I mean, you can't sleep with whoever you want anymore. That would now be off the table, right?
Yeah.
In some situations.
When we had these conversations, like in, and even in the beginning and even like now, and Garage Boy and I will talk about this, like we both related to the sense of like that feeling that you had and you're like, I don't like this. Why don't I like this?
Yeah.
It was like that common feeling that him and I related on, which is why I think that also dictated how our conversations went.
Right.
Because both of us were in that space of like, I'm not really here to fuck around. So it's, this is what I'm into. This is what I'm not. This is like what I want for my future. And we were able to have those conversations.
We've got Garage Boy on the phone today. No. I have a quiz about, are you ready to be in a relationship? Should we take it or not?
What's the difference between the quiz we took for you and the last time? Commitment issues?
Last time was commitment phobic. This is, am I ready to be in a relationship?
Okay.
It's 12 questions. Question number 1. What do you look for in a partner? A, someone that brings joy to my life. B, I guess I'm not sure yet. C, let me pull my list. I have about 20 specific requirements, but I think I'm that one.
Yeah.
1, as long as they're hotter than my ex was, I'm good. I'll go with pull the list out because I do have like a whole list of requirements.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest with myself, I'm dating to A, find someone I love. B, why does anyone date? I don't know, just because. C, to find a partner who checks all my boxes. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
You love to list the boxes.
I love a box.
And that's another thing too. Off air, you're always like listing all these things that you're like, if it's not this, I'm not doing this. I'm not,
I know. Okay, I'm gonna put that one. Last one was distract myself from other things, which no, I don't think so. I'd have to make time for a relationship. Question number 3. What kind of partner do you want to be yourself? A, I want support, respect, and to love another person. B, I want to treat them how they treat me. C, I haven't really thought about it. Or D, I want to stop making the same mistakes I've made in the past. What kind of partner do you want to be yourself? I want to support, love, and respect another person. I do. Like, I think that's a big thing about me being in it because I kind of feel like I have everything else. I don't need. It'd be nice if somebody else could help me clean the house every now and then, but other than that, nothing. What makes a relationship work long term? Is it A, communication and trust, which I can stop right there. I don't even know what's next, but I'm going to stop right there. Absolutely. And I've always said, I think back to our other podcasts we used to, it always came down to communication and it came down to trust.
Yeah.
B is I still need to figure that out, which no, I don't think so. Whew, C is finding someone that's perfect for you. Wait a minute. Is that more me, you think? You think I'm waiting for the perfect person?
Yeah, and I think you've almost created this like untouchable bubble around yourself because you think that's going to happen. I feel like you are almost making it a requirement for the situation to be perfect and untouchable, but that's just not what life is.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to go with that one. I kind of like that one. Dating someone better than your last partner. No, it's not it. Well, I mean, that is kind of true, but hello. Question number 5. The number one thing that's most important to me right now is A, my health and happiness. B, that's a really difficult question. C, finding love. D, moving on from hurt and old heartbreak. My health and my happiness for sure at number 1. It's like you shouldn't be in a relationship then. It's a joke. Question 6. Do you find or create long-lasting love? Do you find it or do you create it?
I think that's an issue too. It's like you're finding.
What do you think? What would you answer that question? Here's your options.
You create
it's a little bit of both. I have no idea. You find love or you create love.
Thank you. Create it, because I didn't find it. It like found me. I wasn't looking for it. And before I met Garage
But you
Boy,
still found it,
no,
though.
but I guess, but I wasn't, but I didn't find it because I was like, I didn't think I was gonna be in a relationship ever again. To be honest, I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm not gonna be married. I'm not gonna have kids. Like, I just want to be alone, and like, I just want to. I'm over it.
Why do I feel that?
That's how I felt.
Why is that the vibe?
And
for
I
me for
wasn't like
2023?
looking, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna say it's a little bit of both. I think it takes a lot. The perfect person's not out there. I know that, but I think you really have to. It is something you have to work on. I'm gonna choose a little bit of both.
Okay.
What scares you the most about a relationship? Oh boy. A, letting myself care about someone can be a little scary, but I'm not really afraid anymore. B, falling into a serious relationship that I didn't plan for.
Well,
C, being disappointed by my partner once I get to know them. Or D, I'm really scared of getting hurt again.
all those.
God, yeah. So let me think of which one.
It's pretty much all those.
Probably. I'll say D. I'll say
Okay.
D, which is I'm really scared of getting hurt again. I'm just scared of the process of it everything falling apart and losing myself. Question 8, how do you feel about yourself? I'm at peace with who I am. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm looking for someone to complete me, or I feel like I've been underappreciated in the past. It's affected my self-esteem. I'm at peace with who I am. I would say out of all those, like, I'm good. I'm good by myself. I do feel
No,
like,
it's not asking if you're good at by yourself. Are you at peace with who you are? Because there's a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd say out of all of these, I'm not really trying to figure out how I feel about myself. I feel good about myself. I'm not looking for someone to complete me for sure. D is I feel like I've been underappreciated in the past and it's affected my self-esteem. I'm just gonna go with 1. Number 9. If you didn't find someone to date soon, how would you feel, or how would that leave you feeling? I'm in no rush. I'd be fine. I'm not sure. I'd be upset. I feel like I've been waiting forever. Or I'd probably be a little lonely.
Are you waiting?
Not really waiting.
Yeah,
No, I would
don't
say
think so either.
I'd say no rush. I'd be fine, honestly.
Yeah.
Question 10 is when you meet someone new that you like, what's the first thought? A, I'd like to get to know this person better. B, I'll wait for them to reach out to me. Probably. C, I should figure out what they do for work ASAP. Or D, they're much cuter than my ex. I'd probably like to get to know this person better. I mean, out of all those, it's kind of weird. All right. Question 11. Is a relationship even worth it if it detracts from your overall happiness? Absolutely no. I can stop right there.
Yeah.
It's not, no. Last question. What's your deal breaker in a relationship? A, they distract from my happiness instead of detract from my happiness instead of adding to it. Yeah, it's bad. I don't have any, no. I have tons. It could be their job, their goals, their table manners, you name it, or they remind me of an old flame. I mean, to me, it really is. I need someone that's going to add to my what I have here.
I feel like the first answer is the answer, but I feel like the last one is what you focus on a lot.
They remind me of my old flame?
No, not that. It's just like this or this or that or that, you know? Because like I feel like you always come up with these things that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would say it's a close second. But at the end of the day, like if you're subtracting to my life, like you got to be adding at this point, because if not, what's the point? That's where I'm at. Let's view the results. Am I ready?
How'd you find this quiz?
This is on wikihow.com.
Okay.
Sounds reputable. Says yes, you're ready.
Really?
How about that? Says yes, you're ready. Says you're already content on your own, and the relationship's just a cherry on top. That's exactly how it should be. Sign suggests that you're ready for a relationship. Your goal is to support and love another person, not to be a distraction.
Okay. So that's the internet telling you. So
Yeah.
what do you actually think?
I think I'm
closer.
I think you'll see me in a relationship in 2023.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
That's nice.
And that's the first time I've really been able to be like, I feel like all that stuff that I was.
But maybe say I feel like I'm open to being in a relationship in 2023 instead of like putting that statement on yourself, because I feel like that was the situation with Miss California. It's like you felt like, well, I need to commit, or I don't know. So I feel like when you put yourself in that mindset, it's almost like forced.
I got 400 days to figure this out. It buys me some time. Okay, we're gonna take a break right here. We're gonna come back. I've never quite heard of a family fight like this. Really quick, hey to everybody on YouTube. Thanks for joining the show today. Appreciate it. Isabel's here.
Yeah, what's everyone doing?
Felicia. Everyone's just very confused of why we're here.
Sorry, we're only here because I
have a meeting tomorrow. It's just been it's just the holidays are always chaotic as hell.
We're dropping the episode tomorrow, but we're releasing this on YouTube today.
This is Doe Eyes. It says, hey, y'all, just wanted to pop in and say congratulations on your 100th episode. Thank you. Same as Felicia. Celia, going back to our last conversation real quick. Celia saying, this is on a YouTube show, saying you know when you know, but you wouldn't want to sleep with anybody else. You wouldn't want to sleep with anybody else.
Yeah.
You're like infatuated with them and only them.
Yeah.
When you meet that person. And on a side note too, she's notices Jess's SDSU shirt.
Holler.
What in the hell happened in your household over Thanksgiving?
My relationship with my father is tearing apart at the seams. Don't you dare use that for you can't use it because he will lose his shit. Or can't use that for a tease, by the way. We can't. He will fucking,
it's already on there. It's already on the internet. You just said it. It's out there.
Okay, no, we're fine.
Are you?
I don't know.
I just don't even know how this got carried away so far.
Oh man, it was so bad. And honestly, I should not be talking about this. I know this is probably just gonna add more
fuel to the fire.
Fuel to the fire, man. So no one knows.
STFU, you know the drill.
Let them know. So my dad and I, I can't remember the last time I got in this kind of screaming match with somebody. Because one, I don't like to behave like this anymore. I don't like to communicate like this anymore. It's just something I don't like. I don't accept and I don't want to be a part of. And my dad and I got into this massive argument when I was at home over Thanksgiving break. And I think some could say it's my fault, while others, me personally, I don't think this should have ended the way it did. But what I chose to do,
which I don't even know why you decided
was when we had.
How old are you? How are all of you? Like, how this sounds like this could literally be if you told me this was third graders fighting over this, I'd be like, yeah. Probably.
It was funny. And that's why I'm just like, it's so annoying that it got to this point because like it should not have.
You were just trying to have fun with it.
We were totally, it was so playful, just meant to be fun.
All right, what happened?
Were drinking all day, celebrating my mom's birthday. We were having fun. You know, I got a limo. We were going to go get tacos and tattoos, everything. It was going to be a good time. And when we got back to the house after brunch, my dad was taking a nap to rally for the second part of our evening.
Okay.
And when
what time is it? Approximate time of day?
This is probably like, let's say 5:30 p.m.
Just gonna take a little napper. Just to recoup after a morning of drinking.
Just
like
a quick nap.
Okay.
A power nap, if you will.
I will.
And the power nap was him completely like asleep, fully asleep.
Yeah.
So
some may say passed out. Yeah.
I then decided to go into the room, sneak in there while he was sleeping, and write on his stomach in Sharpie, follow at Just Do It on IG. No, the reason why I did that was because this isn't the first time that we've done this to my dad.
But why?
We've done it before. We've done it before, and it was so funny. And you know,
how drunk are you at this point?
Oh, I'm obliterated.
Okay. So
okay. Can I just say the group of us, we are fucked up. And again, it's not like I planned ahead of time to call a limo. In my drunkenness, I was like, you know, we need a fucking limo. So that's where I'm at mentally. Okay. So mentally, I'm not being an adult. I'm just living my life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to have a good time. And my dad woke up and did not think it was funny.
How big was it?
It took over his entire stomach. His entire
didn't even notice you were doing this.
No, he was
Wow.
kind of waking up a little bit. He's like, stop. And I was like, everything's okay. Like, and I did it super quick.
He's
And
pissed though.
I ran out of there, and he like storms into the kitchen, and it
1
was
to 10, how mad?
I'd say World War III.
No,
between
10.
me and my dad.
10.
And he's like, what the hell is going on? And at first he's like screaming and like getting mad at everyone. And I was like, okay, Dad, it says at Just Do It. So obviously it was me. So if you want to be mad at anyone,
it was Butter.
If you want to be mad at anybody, it was me. It was my
World's
idea.
best hype woman.
And it just got so out of hand.
Do we have pictures? Celia asked me if we have pictures of this.
You
That's
guys,
a great question.
honestly, I can't show you anything because I'm already pushing it by talking about this. I already know this is a mistake speaking about this, but you guys know, you know how I am, content over everything. But I can't show you because I feel like he will not speak to me if I show you guys.
Does he watch the YouTube video?
No, but it's gonna be on YouTube.
I'll edit it out of the podcast.
No, but it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube.
There's no way he'll ever be able to find it.
It's on my phone. I'm using my phone. God's plan. Can't show you. Sorry. God's plan. He's trying to save me and my dad's relationship right now. Shout out God. So you guys, he's screaming at me and he's just like, this is not funny. And I was like, I think it's funny. And I was like, you didn't get mad the last time. He was like, I was mad. And maybe because there were so many.
What was last time?
Because this is the second time we've done this to him. So I was like, hey, it's a tradition. Like, let's,
And last time you wrote follow, just do it?
No, the last time I think someone else wrote on his stomach, but I think it was my uncle, his brother. So maybe because it was me, his daughter doing it and not his kid brother doing it. Which that made me even more mad. I'm like, so why can't I do this to you? Like, why is this a big deal? And then it got to a point where he didn't even want to go in the limo. And I was like, Dad, you're being ridiculous.
So where are you guys today?
Maybe I should not have used a Sharpie. I will admit to
that.
The Sharpie was a mistake, and I will own that. I think I should have used something that could have come off immediately. But obviously in my drunken state, I wasn't looking for a washable marker. I just grabbed whatever I saw.
Where are you guys today?
We are okay. I'd say.
How did things get better?
They
Soberness?
did it.
Oh, you just never talked about it again?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let me figure out who was in the wrong here. Let me think through this. I think, and I don't say this a lot. I think you were in the right. I think you were just having fun.
I was.
And if this has happened before,
it did.
I feel like you can't, you know how like in court cases where you can't, like you can point to previous court cases that there's already been ruling on a similar issue, you know, like, well, in the case of Amanda versus Marion, basically your dad versus your brother. If it was funny then, we were able to bounce back. It has to be funny again.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It has to be funny twice. It's either funny twice or it's not funny at all.
And also too, and I remember saying, I
hate you so much.
I'm always trying to promote myself, but I was just like, you've never said that. I was like,
I don't think you're using that term properly.
The last time, if you would have said like, I hate this, never do this again, I would have listened to you. And I was like, now that I know that this is hurtful to you, I will never write on your stomach, follow at Just Do It in IG ever again in my life. I will never ever touch your body with a permanent marker ever again.
Are we at a point where we could talk to your dad about this?
No, we're not.
Please.
No, I swear to you, there's nothing more.
So you guys are just gonna let it go, never bring it up again?
There's nothing more than anything in the world that I want to do right now is call my dad and talk to him about this.
That's fine. We can do it next week. We'll schedule it.
He won't, like, it's just not, I can't talk to him about
You're just gonna let it go. You're just gonna let it go.
That's not how I operate. That's what it's like. I was just, the next day I'm like, all right, Michael, let's hash this out. And he was trying to act like nothing happened.
Oh, he was trying to brush it off.
Yeah. And I was just like,
well, maybe it was. Okay, maybe in his I've been drinking all day state.
No, it was bad.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal. And I think it's still a big deal.
Next week on the podcast, 101.
We'll see. Forgive and forget. Me and my dad. He would never. He wouldn't. It's because it's too real for him right now. The wound is too fresh.
You think it's washed off yet? Probably, but barely.
Who knows?
Sharpie, dude.
That's the thing. That's probably why it's still not okay. Is because he has to look at it for however long it's gonna last.
But if it's funny once, it has to be funny twice. Or you should have set the boundary at the first time. It wasn't funny,
and it wasn't set then.
You couldn't have known that it wasn't funny. Jess is in the right. Listen. Does he listen to our podcast?
No, but who knows? Watch this one time in his entire life.
This is how it always goes with
I
Jess.
am sorry though. Like I
would
I'm
love to hear his
sad.
side of this. I would love to hear if
I'm
this is.
sad that I hurt his feelings.
God, your family, our families are so wildly
I was
different.
just trying to have fun.
Our families could not be more different. Do you agree with that?
I will never touch a Sharpie again.
All right, I gotta go home. I'm literally on 2 hours sleep. I don't even know what we just talked about, but hopefully it was good. 100 episodes. Hey, in all seriousness, man, like, thank you so much
Yeah,
for keeping this podcast on.
for real.
There's no reason for you to listen to 100 episodes of this garbage. It's not that good. Let's be honest. It's not that great.
No.
But
You got Mr. Diarrhea over here and Captain Sharpie over here.
literally 2 extremely messy lives. Maybe I think you look at this as like a Make-A-Wish kind of thing of like, I gotta help these people out. Like they're obviously
Messed up.
they're obviously weird people, so I'm just gonna try to make them feel better by supporting their podcast. Thank you so much, though. Whatever your motive is for listening to this, we really do. All jokes aside, like, we really appreciate you for being here, supporting us for 100 episodes of this podcast. Longest radio podcast I've ever done in my 20 years is this one. So thank you for that. Jess?
You can follow me at Just Do It on IG. I encourage you to, and my podcast Loki.
I'm that guy Kramer. Brandon, by the way, says we got to call and get his side. I agree. I'm not trying to stir shit up. I just want to let you know.
I agree too, guys. But it's just not. It's
He was
not
level
what it
10.
is right now. It's not
He
what
is,
it is. I don't even think he would be on anything right now for us.
He literally is welcome on this podcast next week to explain himself. If this ever gets back to him, I'm just letting you know the invitation stands. Okay. I'm that guy Kramer. Hassan, who's not here this week. We miss him. He'll be back with us next week. We love you so much. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. I have a girlfriend next week. That'd be wild, wouldn't it? Bye. Bye, YouTube. Love you. Sorry we're early or late.